Good morning, folks. It's a beautiful morning here, and the birds are singing, the sky's blue. You know what I like to do on beautiful days like today? I like to build stuff. I have quite a bit of wood here, and today I'm going to be building a raised garden bed. And in a second here, I'll show you my little blueprint design and kind of walk you through what I'm going to do. So here is my design. It's going to be a standing garden bed, as you can tell by the legs. It's going to be 6 feet wide, 6 feet long, 3 feet wide, and it'll be about 2.5 feet tall. And this is looking down into it. In the bottom, I'm going to have kind of cross beams across, and then I'm going to put chicken wire across all that, do a layer of gravel, and then a layer of dirt just to help with drainage. This is my rough estimate of how I'm going to need to cut things. We'll see if I can do it. I am very bad at math. Never did well in math in school, except for statistics for some reason. Really good at statistics, but unfortunately that doesn't apply here. So there's probably gonna be a lot of measuring and remeasuring, but yeah, I'm gonna get my workbench set up. Okay, I lied a little bit. I'm gonna be cutting on the ground. I decided to just do it on the ground because, especially looking at these beams that I'm gonna use for the legs, it's gonna be hard to hold that on a table like that and cut it with just myself. So I think this will be a lot easier. Now I guess I gotta go measure. We're gonna start off by cutting the legs, which are these boards that I bought are about 8 feet in length. I want the legs to be about 2.5 feet tall. So I got 2 of these big 8-foot ones. So theoretically I should be able to get 6 legs out of them if I don't screw it up. So I'm gonna start marking these. I just absolutely love it when I was using a tool literally for the table I made in the last video, and now I can't find it. Got my super duper attractive goggles on again. Let's get to cutting. So I realized as I was cutting these legs that I never really gave you guys an idea of why I'm building a garden bed. And it's actually a gift. My mom's birthday is coming up in the next couple weeks. And we have a really bad yard for planting stuff. The ground is just super rocky. Nothing ever really survives. We can never grow anything. And she's talked for years about having a garden bed like this. So this year I had the time to actually build one. It's gonna go on our back deck, and hopefully we'll be able to get some fresh tomatoes and cucumbers and stuff. So for the side of this project, I bought essentially same thing you kind of see on the side of a house, basically siding. Oops, oh boy, I'm gonna drop everything. So basically it kind of tongue and grooves. It'll overlap like that, and that'll be the side. I always say measure twice, cut once. But I think it's a lot more fun when you only measure once, mess it up, and then have to go back to the hardware store and buy more stuff. But that might just be me. The saw blade's just not quite wide enough to cut through these boards, so I'm gonna have to flip it around, cut it again on the back side. So now that I'm done actually cutting all the wood and stuff, or mostly done, I haven't cut the inside slats that I'm gonna use yet, but I'm gonna carry this stuff that I've cut over to where I'm gonna build it, because I think it's gonna be too heavy to carry over there. So yeah, time to carry some logs. So this area is where it's gonna go. It's gonna go kind of along the lip of the deck right here, which means I gotta move this stuff first. So now that I got all this over here, I'm just marking out where exactly the middle leg is gonna go on these 6-foot boards, which is about 3 feet. I wanna try to make it centered. So I've got the legs laid out. I'm gonna do some pre-drilling and screen in. So yeah, let's get started building these walls. Wall 1 is done. So I've decided that I want to add a little more stability to the inside of this for the cross beams in the middle. So I'm cutting these pieces of wood now to attach on the inside of the wall I just finished building. So here's where I'm gonna put these guys, just along the inside wall here. My drill battery's died on me. Halfway through putting that screw in, I'm gonna have to go replace it. The drill bit I was using broke, and I already lost one to the cracks in the deck. Things are going great. Well, we got two good looking walls here, but before I attach the sides, I noticed that there's a little bit of kind of an overhang on some of these. So I want to get rid of that before I attach the other sides, which means I'm going to use this jigsaw and hopefully it'll work. Well, that worked just about perfectly. That's all nice and flush now, and I think it's time to get these upright and attach the other side. This is the part of the job where it would be nice to have a second set of hands, but we don't. Only got Piper's paws, which they're cute, but they don't have thumbs and they can't help me. So I brought this clamp. I think I'm gonna clamp those boards to there, pre-drill, and then drill it in. And yeah, we'll try that first. I'm gonna have to get another one of these. Just two more to go now. And that'll do it for the frame. It looks pretty good. I'm happy with how it's turned out so far. It's matching my vision. So now the next step is gonna be take the tape measure in between these. I'm gonna run some kind of like a bed frame across there. So let's get to measuring. We'll need to cut these two into about 2 feet 10 inches, 2.5. I think these were, oh, that one's still 8 feet. This one's shorter because I cut some of it. We'll see how many I can get. I might have to run back to the hardware store for more. Yeah, so I got 3 out of that. Not nearly enough. I'm gonna bring them over to the garden bed and see just how many I think I'm gonna need before I make a run to the hardware store. I guess at this point I also got to think about whether or not I want to buy dirt today too when I go to the hardware store. I don't really want to lug a bunch of dirt around because it's super hot today and I'm already sweating just building this. I don't want to be lugging around pounds of dirt. I guess might just wait, just buy the wood today and pick a cooler day to go back for the dirt. It wouldn't be one of my projects if I didn't have to go back to the hardware store for more stuff, but we got the boards now, we got them cut. I get them into place and screw them in, and then we'll do a little water sealant on the whole thing. They're all laid out, let's screw them into place. This turned out to be one solid garden bed. And now I'm gonna treat it to protect it from the water before I cover all this with chicken wire for the bottom. And then I'm gonna get a layer of gravel, put that in there for drainage, and then put dirt on top, and then eventually get some plants. But for now, let's get to weatherproofing this thing. I found this bottle of Waterlox Original, which is what I'm gonna use. And I got my rag, I got my gloves. We're gonna get it on there. So it's been a few days since that last clip. I had filmed myself finishing up the Waterlox stuff and putting in the chicken wire on the bottom, but not sure what happened. I don't have those videos, so I'll give you a look at what it looks like right now. We got the chicken wire down. Don't ask me how many times I cut myself trying to cut the chicken wire. It was many, and yeah. I'm gonna get the tarp out from under it, and we're gonna move it into position. I got bags of dirt Hopefully it'll be enough. I'm not totally sure. And we got some rocks to put on the bottom. So yeah, I'm gonna get to moving. Given these rocks that I bought a good bath, they were pretty muddy and I don't necessarily want that in the garden bed right now. So a quick rinse should get them clean. Well, I screwed up. I didn't buy enough rocks, so I had to make another trip to Home Depot after I filmed that last clip. Well, not right after I went the next day. It's morning now. So I got the rocks and I got some potting soil too, because apparently the topsoil that I bought isn't good for plants, I guess. I don't know. It's dirt. I don't quite understand that. But anyways, I'm going to mix the potting soil with that, which apparently will make it usable. Let's hope I got enough, because I don't want to go back to Home Depot for a fourth trip. That looks much better. You can't see the chicken wire except for at the edges. So now I brought this wheelbarrow up here and I've already mixed in some compost and the topsoil I bought. So it's gonna keep mixing that stuff in here and then putting it in there. Wish me luck. We are all filled up now. Got quite a few empty bags of dirt and rocks, but I ended up using all the topsoil, so if it rains and some of this washes out, we'll be able to replace it. But yeah, I'm happy with how this turned out. It looks pretty nice, I think. Especially look nicer once it's got some plants in it, but hopefully my mom will enjoy it for her birthday. Thank you all for watching. As always, I appreciate it. Please, if you liked this video, give it a like and consider subscribing. Until next time, thanks for watching.